Over 1,000 years ago, craftsmen carved entire temples into sheer cliffs without cranes, machines, or modern technology. How did they pull off something so impossible? Let's dive into the mystery of the Magician Grottos. Imagine carving a giant Buddha into a vertical cliff. You could hang from ropes with hammer and chisel. But dangling in midair is exhausting, you can't apply much force, and moving around is nearly impossible. So, ancient builders thought smarter. They stacked timber from the ground up, building temporary platforms until they reached the right height. From there, they could carve directly into the cliff, creating caves and statues inside. But there was a problem. The local rock, red sandstone, crumbles easily. Left unprotected, the Buddha would erode away in no time. So the builders invented a clever method. They drove wooden stakes into the cliff to act as a skeleton. Round this frame, they tied bundles of straw, then packed on coarse clay mixed with wheat straw, forming the statue's rough body. On top, they applied a finer layer made from soil and cotton. This allowed them to sculpt delicate details, Buddha's facial features, flowing robes, and graceful expressions. To make the caves safer, they carved square sockets beneath the statues. Into these sockets, they inserted crossbeams with wedges that locked tightly into the rock. If the caves were shallow, they added extra beams underneath for extra strength. On top of these beams, they laid wooden planks and railings, creating walkways. Step by step, they carved new chambers, linked them with stairways, and removed the scaffolding as they went down. The result was astonishing, a multi-story cliffside complex of caves, statues, and pathways. A marvel of both art and engineering. This is how the Magician Grottos came to life, an ancient masterpiece carved into living rock. But here's the real question. How did these fragile caves survive earthquakes, storms, and more than 1,000 years of weathering? That is a story for another video.